Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I am Double T90T, and it's been a while. I want to apologize to you guys. It's been a couple weeks since I posted my last video. My entire family came down with influenza B. It kicked all of our butts, and we were just, I was in bed for pretty much a week. I got sick Christmas Day, and it is now January 3rd, and I'm finally starting to feel better. But this video is going to be on this Ford Focus that I bought. That one's already sold, but I've been sick, so I haven't been able to shoot any more video for you. So as you can see behind me, we got this Ford Explorer now. So this is going to be the next video. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys look forward to 2020. We're going to be killing it with the videos, killing it with the cars, and then getting my dealer's license and moving on from there. So I appreciate it. Hope you guys like the video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you guys can see the video on this Explorer.
Yeah, I like to keep it mellow. I smoke and keep it mellow. I drink and keep it mellow.
What is up, guys? Double T90 here, and I am back with an update video. There's like a wood chipper over there, so I apologize for the noise, but I just wanted to get this video done really quick. This is the new car I've been working on, 2008 Ford Focus. I originally got it because we were going to swap it for my wife's Kia over there, but after getting it and looking it over, something I think I'm just going to flip really quick. So basically what was wrong with this one, it's got like 180,000 miles on it. The front suspension was making a lot of noises. They thought it was the struts. I got under there, and the sway bar links wound up being bad. You could twist them. I'll show them to you really quick. So here's the sway bar links, and yeah, they're just completely toast, just little cheap ones. So I replaced both of them on both sides, and that completely wiped out the issue. So now it rides nice. The brakes are awesome. It's got good tires. The only other negative to the car is this front bumper, which I thought about going to the junkyard and trying to find another one, but for the price range that it's in, it's not going to be a super big issue. Most people aren't going to care. One day I'm going to definitely teach myself how to do some paint and body work. I've been looking for the perfect project to learn paint. I've done some small stuff before, but I've never done full-on body work paint. I want to learn that. That's my next thing I want to learn. Got the mechanics kind of going, so next part is body. I'll go and show you the inside of it. It needs detailed, which is what I'm about to do. It's got dog hair everywhere, just disgusting. I hate when people put animals in their cars, but overall it's a clean little car. It does have a clean title, so yeah, I'm super happy with it. It's gonna be a quick one, not gonna make a ton of money on it, but it'll be good enough that we can keep the ball rolling. So gonna get it clean, detailed, post it up today, and get it out of here.
Garrett.
All right, so about an hour and a half later, I am finished detailing. I'm gonna show you guys the interior really quick, and then I'm gonna go run and take some pictures. Decided to get this thing done. It wasn't too bad. As long as you take the time, it can turn out pretty clean. So this is what I came up with. It looks so much better. There's still like a stray hair here and there. One thing I noticed, Focus, look how much leg room you have when the seat's all the way back. It's terrible. So I'm going to go take some pictures of it, post her up, and so what do you guys think this thing should be posted at? It's at 08, 180,000 miles. Book on it is mid twos, and I think that's probably what I'm going to post it for. It's the week before Christmas. KB Motors was talking about this, how the market's way different right now, and it is. People don't have the money to spend. The only people that are shopping for cars are people that absolutely need a car, or other people trying to get good deals, which is very true. So I might not get asking price for this, and I'm going to ask a couple $100 less than I normally would. in a couple months it'll be real nice. It's tax season, but yeah, right now I'm just trying to make it through. All of us are. but I think that I'll still do good on this. All right, guys. So I had some issues with the car. I got it all put back together and took it for a test drive, and the lower ball joint was not in all the way and actually came off. So that was a big problem, obviously. Yeah, I wound up tearing the CV axle out, so everything else was fine. Just had to replace the CV axle. I got a new one. It basically tore right here. Here's the old one. So I couldn't get the CV axle out. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on it, tips and tricks, and this is the best way I found to do it. I tried a bunch of ways, using pry bars. Hey buddy. Using pry bars and stuff, and this is the best way I found. So I got a nice set of vice grips, and then I borrowed a puller and an axle puller from O'Reilly's, so I'm going to take those back and get my money back. But yeah, I basically just threaded it on here and then put the vice grip on there and then used that, and it took me about 10 pulls and I was able to yank this out. So that was a nice effective way of getting it out, because the pry bar wasn't working. I snapped 2 of my screwdrivers off trying to pull that thing out of there, and I tried wrapping some rope around it and pulling it, and it just wasn't working. So if you ever run into a CV axle that you can't get out, try this method. This was like 15 bucks at Walmart, and then all of that was like 80 bucks, but I get my money back when I take it back. So $15 to fix that, and now I got a nice set of vice grips, so it works out. But I'm gonna get this CV joint put back, CV axle put back in there, button everything back up, and then test drive it, make sure that ball joint's in there properly, and we should be good to go. So little setback, but we're getting it all taken care of. All right guys, so we got problems. It is the following day. So last night I put everything back together. I got the CV axle in, everything buttoned up, and I was noticing that the brakes weren't lining up properly. When I did the test drive, you can see this rotor, how this section is scored and this section's smooth, and it wasn't doing that before, and now it is. So I was looking at it and I found out that right here is where it's grinding on the inside of this caliper. So that is one of the issues that it's having. The other issue is when you drive forward or backward very slow, there's this very alarming popping sound, and I'm thinking it's the ball joint. Pretty sure that this ball joint is clicking out. That's what happened when it fell out. So what I think happened is this entire hub assembly, the hub assembly I bought it used, and I'm pretty sure that it's bent. And that's why the brakes aren't lining up properly, and that's why the ball joint fell out. I bought a damaged hub assembly. So I called the place that I bought it from. They're checking to see if they can get me a new one. Frustrating. This car would have been gone already if I'd gotten, you know, a good hub assembly. So now I have to take it all apart again, go get a new one either from that place. If they don't have one, I have to go to LKQ and pick one, which isn't going to be fun. It's cold out. But so yeah, I'm going to get to work, tear this all apart. The good thing is all these bolts and nuts are brand new, and it should be easy to take apart. I just don't want to have to take apart one that's all rusty at the junkyard. So hopefully they call me back. They're supposed to call me back to let me know if they have a new one. Really frustrating, really frustrating. But I mean, there's not really anything I could have known. The only reason I got the hub assembly was for the wheel bearing, which fixed that problem. It's got a good bearing in it. But yeah, just a mess. It sucks. So I had to buy a whole new CV axle because I got a broken hub assembly that's bent. And another way I can tell it's bent is the pinch bolt. The pinch bolt for the ball joint. It barely goes in. I had to bang it in with a hammer to get it in, and I went to LKQ to get a new bolt for it because that bolt had gotten stripped out, and that bolt that I got out of the LKQ was so easy to get out, and I was like, why is it so easy to get that one out but it's so hard to get mine in? And then I watched a couple other videos of people with this exact same car, and theirs came in and out easy. So I know that this is bent for sure. It must have gotten in a crash,
I don't know why they're selling hub assembly from a car that was involved in a crash, obviously on that side. But whatever, it is what it is. Gonna get it taken apart, get it fixed. I have a guy wanting to look at it tonight at 6 o'clock, so I need to get all of this fixed. And once I get a new hub assembly, everything should line up, the brakes should fit perfectly again, and we won't have any of those same problems. So I'm just glad that it all happened here and not on the highway or something. So yeah, I guess that's just a lesson learned. From now on, when I'm buying integral parts, I'm probably gonna go new, or at least look them over really well. I assumed, and you never assume. So, but I'm gonna get to work and we're gonna get this thing back up to par.
Yep, it was just as I expected. So this is the new one. This is the old one. This pinch bolt, I can barely get into here. And when I, look how easy that is to get it in and out now. So yeah, this is the original one with the bad wheel bearing. This one is bent somewhere. I can't see it visually, but the brakes don't line up properly. And let me show you the rotor, what it did to it. So it's the rotor, it just kind of thrashed it. So that's what happens when you have a hub assembly that it doesn't line up properly.